Hello everyone, hope everyone is fine and doing good. So what is update? Well, update is in this video we are going to discuss the solution of quiz number 2. So let's get started. The question number 1 of the last quiz is an object moves from A to B and it is given for the first 1/3 of total distance object moves with speed v1. Similarly, for second 1/3 of total distance object moves with speed v2, and for last 1/3 of total distance object moves with speed v3. And the question is same, we have to find out the average speed. So for this we apply the formula. Average speed is equal to total distance upon total time. So here let's assume the total distance is x. So let's write down here total distance is equal to x and total time is equal to capital T. Now let's write down this capital T in the segment of three terms. Let's see what are these. This is T1 plus T2 plus T3. T1 is the time for the first 1/3 of total distance. T2 is the time for the second 1/3 of total distance, and similarly T3 is the time for the last 1/3 of total distance. Now let's calculate T1 is what? We can say it is a distance divided by speed. So let's calculate this T1. Distance is x over 3 and speed is v1. So this is T1, and T2 is x over 3 v2, and T3 is x over 3 v3, right? So capital T comes out to be x over 3, and it can be written as 1 over v1 plus 1 over v2 plus 1 over v3. Now let's take a look here what I have done. I have just used the formula average speed equal to distance upon time for this particular segment, and for this particular segment. So that's why I have written down the expression of T1, T2 and T3 for each segment, right? And then ultimately I could find out the expression for T1, T2 and T3. Okay, so let's work out it here. So it will give me x over 3 v1 v2 plus v2 v3 plus v3 v1 divided by v1 plus v2 plus v3. Okay, so let's plug in this value over here. So v average comes out to be total distance is x over total time, which is x over 3 v1 v2 plus v2 v3 plus v3 v1 divided by v1 plus v2 plus v3, and finally I obtain my answer, which is 3 times of v1 v2 v3 divided by v1 v2 plus v2 v3 plus v3 v1. So this is the answer of this question. Now let's discuss the solution of question number 2. Question number 2 is given. The object moves from A to B, and now this time what is given? It is given for first 1/2 of total time. Object moves with speed v1, and for last 1/3 of total time, object moves with the speed v2. And again the same question, what is the average speed? So for this I will apply the same formula. Average speed is equal to total distance upon total time. So what is the total distance? Let's work out it for it. Okay, so total distance, let's suppose it is d1. d1 is for the first 2/3 of total time, right? So d1 is nothing but that is speed into time, and speed is how much? That is v1, and the time is 2/3 of total time. So let's assume the total time is capital T. Okay, so this is d1. Similarly, I can write down d2 is v2 into 1/3 of total time. Okay, because after first 2/3 the remaining time is 1/3 of the total time, right? So in that sense, this is what v2 over 3 times capital T. Now v average is v1 2v1 upon 3 capital T plus v2 over 3 capital T divided by with capital T, right? Capital T is what? The total time. So if I solve it further, then I get v average is equal to 2v1 plus v2 over 3. So this is the solution of question number 2. Now let's discuss the solution of question number 3. Question number 3 of last quiz is, it is given there are two persons, person A and B. Person A moves along this straight line from point 1 to point 2, and this distance is 1 kilometer. The time taken by the person is 60 seconds. Person B takes this any arbitrary curved path, and it is given person B takes 10 seconds greater than t1. So t2 is equal to 60 plus 10, so it will give me 70 seconds. And it is also mentioned that average speed of A and B is equal. So I can say VA equal to VB. So these are what average speed of VA and VB. So let's see. For this VA is equal to total distance. What is the total distance for this? It is 1 kilometer. So I will write down this as 1000 meter, because we have to follow the SI unit. And the time is given, that is 60 seconds. So it will give me 50 over 3 meter per second. Okay. Now here I can say VB is equal to 50 over 3. It is given in the question, right? And this 50 over 3 is equal to the path length. I can say it is a curve path length divided by time. And how much is the time for person B? It is 60. It is not 60, it is 70. So from here I can say the path length is, that is 50 into 70 divided by 3. So if I solve it further, then I can say it is 1166.6 meter, right? So it is around 1.1 kilometer, right? So this is the answer of our problem. So that's all for today. See you in the next video. So until then, stay connected and keep watching for further updates.